In this video, we'll discuss how to generate an email using ChatGPT and then send it to one of your stakeholders. Let's dive in. Jumping into our fleet builder here. So the use case that we're going to show off here is one that a lot of our users at Shipyard use, which is sending an email to a team member, to a stakeholder, someone downstream that there's something's went wrong with the pipeline, and they want to have an email sent out so that they can kind of stop that from getting hammered from their stakeholders, and they can get in front of that and let them know that an issue's occurring. So to do that, we're going to start off with using our ChatGPT blueprints, and we're going to generate a message here. So we're going to name this to generate email. And so the authentication, so we're going to need our OpenAI API key. So we'll paste that in there. We are generating an email here. Be looking out for a Slack message version of this as well, that you can generate just a message versus email. They're formatted a little bit differently. You can see we have a lot of options here, from impersonating, tone, recipient, sender, so on. So those are not required. They're just giving you some customization options there. We're going to skip impersonating this time. We're going to have a casual tone here. The recipient, we'll say the stakeholders here. Sender, we'll say Steven. Prompt, the pipeline has an error, working on a fix. That's just kind of telling them that. Because currently, if you have a vessel or a fleet that's doing that for you, it's going to kind of send that same message every single time. If you pop in this generate message from ChatGPT, it's going to send them a different message. So every time hopefully the error doesn't happen that often, but whenever it does, it'll get a little bit of a unique answer that'll seem a little bit more personalized versus just the same one over and over again. So what we're going to do here is then we're going to save this as message.txt, so we can call that in our email blueprint. Okay, so with that in mind, we're going to go to our email blueprint here. So we're going to send a message. So we're going to send stakeholder message. So I'm going to use my email credentials here to fill in the host, port, username, and password. And on top of that, so sender address. So we're going to use our email address there. We're going to send this to ourselves. Of course, you would send this to your stakeholders there, so that could be a comma separated list of as many as you want, but I'm just going to send this here for this demo. So subject line, we'll throw in pipeline error, and then for the message, we're not going to do any of our own typing here. We're just going to take exactly what ChatGPT sent out. So to do that, we're going to do double squiggly brackets. We're going to say it's text with a colon, and then we're going to put exactly what that file name was, which was message.txt, if I remember correctly. Let's make sure on that. That's right. So scroll back down here, and our squiggly black brackets, excuse me. So let's combine those together. So now if that email is generated correctly from OpenAI, it'll then send that stakeholder message. So that's all we're going to need here for our fleet. So now we can name this thing generate email with ChatGPT. And then we can click Save and Finish in the bottom right-hand corner down here. This is going to take us to a page telling us that the fleet has been created successfully, as you can see here, and then we can click Run Your Fleet. So when you click Run Your Fleet, that's going to go ahead and start a fleet voyage here for you. So this fleet's journey is going to begin. And so what we're going to see here is we're going to get a vessel-by-vessel look of this voyage as it goes. So whenever that starts in just a moment, you're going to be able to see a Gantt chart in the middle of the page, as well as the table down here on the bottom. So whenever a vessel is running, it's going to be like a yellowish orange color. Whenever it finishes successfully, it'll be green. Whenever errors out, it'll be red. So while this is kicking off, we can pop over to our triggers tab to show this off. So you can have this set up to run on a schedule. That wouldn't make too much sense for a fleet like this. However, you can also do webhooks. So you could set up a fleet or a workflow that if something errors out, it calls this webhook and sends the message. So you don't have to add it in multiple spots. Excuse me. So that would be a potential use case there. I'm going to close that down for right now and pop back over to our logs page. Do a quick little refresh here. There we go. So it's kicked off here. So you can see that email has already been generated from ChatGPT. So it's already been generated. It's generated the kind of the contents of that email into a text file. And then now it's going to start the second vessel, which is sending an email. So our email blueprint is going to embed that text into the body of that email. And you're welcome to do that. I just did it with just straight with the squiggly brackets embedding just the text. You can put messages before and after that, before that ChatGPT if you would like. But we just for simplicity, we're just going to straight embed just the email there. So you can see our email vessel has started here. and it's now finished as well. You can see our email just added an email, so we can go look at that. So pipeline error. Hey team, just wanted to give you a heads up. We got an issue with the pipeline. It's not working as it should be, but we're on top of it and working to get it fixed as soon as possible. Hang tight, we'll keep you updated. Cheers, Steven. So it generated off of that, hey, there's an error. We'll notify you when there's a fix, and that's what it generated. So if we ran it again, it'd generate another response, which again is just going to up that personalization and build trust within your team on sending messages like that. So in this video, we discussed how you can generate an email letting your stakeholders know there's something going wrong in your pipeline, and then sending that email out to them. If you have any questions about this solution or how you can use Shipyard in your organization, use the link in the description to set up a time to chat with our team of data experts. If you want to see more tutorials like this one, check out these related videos.